Hello, my name is Charles Lincoln. I'll be giving a presentation on my thesis on transfer pricing, specifically on risk allocation. Now, I'm going to start off with a basic diagram, and I'm going to work us through it. The presentation is only one slide long, but it has several animations, and if you want, this can be slightly interactive. So feel free to ask any questions. The basic principle of taxation is that individuals or companies can be taxed. Now here's a basic diagram, and I'll build up to what the problem of my thesis is by going through some examples. You have an individual here as illustrated by the smiley face. That individual controls assets of some sort. Now these assets can be money, manufacturing capabilities such as plants or anything. And if it's just this diagram, an individual is making investment decisions or is running a solo practice, the individual is going to be taxed. That's fair enough. Individual is taxed. Now, let's say we change the scenario and we create a limited liability company or any sort of corporate form around the asset, but the individual works for that corporate form and asset. Then things change. The company is taxed. Be it any sort of entity that it is. This blue box representing the entity. That's simple enough. But let's say we take this a step further. Modern capitalism demands that, or an aspect of modern capitalism is that entities become more complex, businesses become more complex. And let's say we actually have some sort of asset manager managing the assets. Now the question is, who is taxed? The company where the assets are from, or not necessarily the individual. Remember, this is an agency relationship. The individual or the asset manager or the fund of investments. Well, traditionally, the assets where the assets are contractually allocated is where they're going to be taxed. But now, under the 6-step approach that the OECD has proposed under BEPS Action 9. The individual is, or the asset managing company is taxed. However, what I found in my thesis research is that the United States will now tax what was traditionally taxed, and the OECD countries will tax where the asset managers are, assuming that these BEPS recommendations are adopted. What this creates is a clear example of a tax loophole. And this will be exposed and used. You could have the assets outside of the United States and the management in the United States. The right to tax will be given to the United States, which the U.S. won't give, and the right to tax in the U.S. will be given where the assets are, and the problem will be magnified. Now, this is in no way to discount that there are problems with international taxation regarding where it was traditionally taxed. This also often caused lots of tax loopholes, but having a bifurcated system of the United States and the rest of the world that adopts BEPS will create a fissure, and it's guaranteed the U.S. through multiple cases has demonstrated it will not tax according to this 6-step approach that focuses on capacity to control risk and the financial assumption of risk. And that's my thesis. Thank you very much.